I attended the inheritance class, and then there was an Arabic class that I'd started with the same organization. I went to the first session.
And you were not yet a Muslim?
No. So I was, because this is what I would do. I would think, I need to agree with absolutely every far end of the Quran before I become a Muslim. That was like in my mind. It needs to feel perfect. That's how I felt. So I attended the Arabic class, the first session, and I remember all that Arabic writing on the board, because I don't know if it was for like absolute beginners. I think you should have like known the alphabet and stuff, and I didn't. And I remember just trying to trace it, like writing down the letters, trying to make the notes. And then afterwards I spoke to the brother who was sat next to me. And he was like, look, because I came in and said Assalamu alaikum, so I think everybody just thought...
They assumed you were a Muslim.
Yeah. So I spoke to him a bit and I explained that I wasn't Muslim, and he was like, look, let's have a chat, I'll drop you off home. We actually lived in the same street. By coincidence, we lived in the same street. So I spoke to him a little bit about that, and then explained a bit about my story hitherto, like what I've just explained to you, essentially. I told him. And then he was like, you need to, he said, there's some materials I want you to look at. A book with how to pray in more detail. He showed me how to make wudu. And he said, I want to take you to a masjid. This was the first masjid I came to where we sat right now.
Oh, here?
Yeah, here, yeah.
Muslim Welfare House?
Yes, Muslim Welfare House. I came, I watched the prayer, and then sort of just retreated to my house to think about things, I think. Because it can be a bit of a, I don't know if you know, but like, imagine you're in the lockdown and you walk outside for the first time in a while, and you get that sensory overload where you're not used to seeing people, hearing things, feeling things. It felt a bit like that when I walked into the masjid. But then after that, we went to a masjid in Gateshead, maybe the day after, 2 days after, something like that. And I spoke to the imam there, and he said, he gave me the breakdown of some of the key concepts, like Muhammad is the final messenger, going over Tawheed to make sure I had the right basic understanding. And then he was like, do you believe these things? And I was like, I've got my contentions, but yeah, I believe what you've mentioned. I believe these things. And I think he could sense at this point that I had been delaying, for a long time. And he was like, if you believe these things, don't delay anymore. Don't delay anymore.
You are already a Muslim.
Exactly, yeah, basically. So I remember just taking 2 minutes to take stock of the situation. And then I was like, you know what, you're right. So I just took Shahada there. And the rest is history from that. So alhamdulillah, that was, it went from, I think the key takeaway for me was that I had so much time in solitude. That was brilliant, and I learned a lot. But as soon as I started interacting with the Muslim community, getting a bit more like knowledge conveyed through people rather than like trying to work it all out on your own, that really like sort of gave me a boost that I needed to take that leap of faith.